Imagine a land baked by the sun. A place where the relentless heat scorches the earth, leaving it dry and barren. This is a land where survival seems impossible, where the harsh environment offers little hope for life to thrive. This is Egypt thousands of years ago, a civilization that rose from the sands, defying the odds. The ancient Egyptians faced a formidable challenge: how to sustain life in such an unforgiving landscape. The land is dry and dusty, except for one thing. Amidst the desolation there was a source of hope, a lifeline that transformed the desert into a cradle of civilization. The Nile River flows through this land like a ribbon of life. Stretching over 4,000 miles, it is the longest river in the world, and it brought with it the promise of sustenance and growth. Every year, the Nile would flood. These annual inundations were not just natural events, they were the heartbeat of Egypt, dictating the rhythm of life for its people. This flood brought rich black soil. Known as the gift of the Nile, this fertile silt rejuvenated the land, making it possible to grow crops and sustain communities. This fertile soil was a gift. It allowed the ancient Egyptians to cultivate wheat, barley, and flax, which were essential for their diet and economy. People came to live near the Nile. They settled along its banks, building villages and communities that thrived on the resources the river provided. They built villages and grew crops. The Nile's predictable flooding cycle allowed them to plan their agricultural activities, ensuring a stable food supply year after year. The Nile was their lifeline. It was the source of their prosperity, enabling them to develop a complex society with advancements in art, science, and architecture. Without the Nile, there would be no Egypt. The river's presence was the defining factor that allowed this great civilization to flourish in an otherwise inhospitable environment. The river provided everything the people needed. It was their source of water, essential for drinking, cooking, and bathing. It gave them water to drink. The Nile's waters were a precious resource, sustaining both people and livestock. It gave them food to eat. It even provided transportation. The river teemed with fish, and its waters were a vital highway for trade and communication. The Egyptians learned to use the Nile to their advantage. They developed sophisticated irrigation systems to channel the river's waters to their fields, maximizing agricultural output. They became skilled farmers, builders, and traders. The Nile's bounty allowed them to create surplus food, which they traded with neighboring regions, fostering economic and cultural exchanges. The prosperity brought by the Nile enabled the construction of monumental architecture. Temples, pyramids, and statues that still stand today as a testament to their ingenuity and reverence for the river. The Nile was not just a physical lifeline but also a spiritual one. The ancient Egyptians revered the river as a divine gift, and it played a central role in their mythology and religious practices. Today, the Nile continues to be a vital resource for millions of people. Its legacy as the lifeblood of Egypt endures, a reminder of the river's timeless importance. The gift of the Nile is a story of survival, adaptation, and flourishing against the odds. It is a testament to the power of nature to shape human history and the resilience of those who harness its gifts. The ancient Egyptians learned to grow crops like wheat and barley. They also learned to domesticate animals. They raised cattle, sheep, and goats. With a surplus of food, they could focus on other things. Villages grew into larger communities. People became skilled in crafts. They made pottery, tools, and jewelry. As the communities grew, they formed two kingdoms. Upper Egypt was in the south. Lower Egypt was in the north, where the Nile met the sea. These two kingdoms were separate, but they shared a common culture and a way of life. They were both tied to the Nile. Around 3100 BC, a powerful king emerged. His name was Narmer. He ruled over Upper Egypt. Narmer wanted to unite all of Egypt. He led his army north. He conquered Lower Egypt and unified the two lands. This was a pivotal moment in Egyptian history. Narmer became the first pharaoh of Egypt. The pharaoh was more than just a king. He was considered a god on earth. Narmer established a dynasty. This means his children would rule after him. The pharaohs ruled Egypt for the next 3,000 years, shaping its future. Section 4. Monuments to Eternity. The pyramids of Giza stand as timeless sentinels on the edge of the desert, their colossal forms etched against the horizon. These ancient structures have fascinated historians, archaeologists, and travelers for centuries, drawing them into the mysteries of ancient Egypt. The ancient Egyptians believed in life after death, This belief was deeply ingrained in their culture and influenced every aspect of their lives. They envisioned an afterlife where the soul would continue to exist, provided it was properly prepared and guided. They believed that when a pharaoh died, his spirit continued to live. The pharaoh was not just a ruler but a god on earth, and his death marked the beginning of a journey to the afterlife. This journey required elaborate preparations and rituals to ensure the pharaoh's safe passage. The pharaohs needed somewhere to spend eternity. They required a place that would protect their bodies and house their spirits. This place had to be grand and enduring, a testament to their divine status and earthly power, so they built magnificent tombs. These tombs were architectural marvels constructed with precision and care. Thousands of laborers worked tirelessly, moving massive stones and crafting intricate designs to create these eternal resting places. These tombs were called pyramids. The most famous of these is the Great Pyramid of Giza, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Its construction remains a subject of awe and speculation, a testament to the ingenuity and determination of the ancient Egyptians. The pyramids were more than just burial places. They were complex structures with chambers and passageways, designed to protect the pharaoh's body and his treasures. These chambers were filled with items that the pharaoh would need in the afterlife. They were symbols of the pharaoh's power. The sheer size and grandeur of the pyramids reflected the pharaoh's divine authority and his ability to command vast resources and labor. They were a statement of his earthly and spiritual dominance. The pyramids were also a statement of Egyptian beliefs. The walls of the pyramids were adorned with carvings and hieroglyphics that depicted scenes from the afterlife and the gods who would guide the pharaoh on his journey. These inscriptions were meant to protect and guide the pharaoh's spirit. Their shape pointed towards the heavens. The pyramid's triangular form was symbolic, representing the rays of the sun and the pharaoh's ascent to join the gods in the sky. This design was a physical manifestation of their spiritual beliefs. This symbolized the pharaoh's journey to the afterlife. The journey was fraught with challenges, and the pharaoh needed the protection and guidance of the gods. Anubis, the god of mummification, played a crucial role in this journey, ensuring the pharaoh's safe passage. Inside the pyramids, the pharaohs were buried with treasures. These treasures were not just symbols of wealth, but were believed to be necessary for the afterlife. They included gold, jewelry, and other valuable items that the pharaoh would need in his eternal life. They also had everything they needed for the afterlife. This included canopic jars that held the pharaoh's organs, sarcophagi that protected his body, and other items that would ensure his comfort and sustenance in the afterlife. This included food, furniture, and even their favorite pets. The ancient Egyptians believed that the afterlife was a continuation of earthly life, and they wanted to ensure that the pharaoh had everything he needed to live comfortably and happily for eternity. Section 5. A marvel of manpower. Building a pyramid was a massive undertaking. It required the labor of thousands of skilled workers. The first step was to choose a suitable location. Then, the workers had to quarry massive blocks of limestone. They used copper tools and chisels. Once the blocks were cut, they had to be transported. The workers used wooden sledges and rollers. They also used ramps to move the heavy blocks up the pyramid's sides. It took decades to build a single pyramid. The Great Pyramid of Giza is the most famous. It is made up of over 2 million blocks of stone. Section 6. The Enduring Enigma. The Great Pyramid of Giza is one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Standing tall for over 4,500 years, it has captivated the imagination of countless generations. Its sheer size and the precision with which it was constructed continue to baffle historians, archaeologists, and engineers alike. It is a testament to the ingenuity of the ancient Egyptians. The precision of the stone cutting, the alignment of the pyramid with the cardinal points, and the sheer scale of the construction are all indicators of a highly advanced society. The stones, some weighing as much as 80 tons, were transported from quarries located miles away, a feat that seems almost impossible even with today's technology. Even today we are amazed by their building skills. Modern engineers and architects study the pyramids to understand the techniques used by the ancient builders. Theories abound, from the use of ramps to the possibility of extraterrestrial assistance, but none have been definitively proven. The mystery only adds to the allure of these ancient structures. They built the pyramids without modern technology. The tools they used were simple, yet effective. Copper chisels, Wooden mallets and stone hammers were among the primary tools. The workers, organized into highly efficient teams, demonstrated remarkable skill and coordination. The logistics of feeding, housing, and managing such a large workforce also speak to the organizational prowess of the ancient Egyptians. How they did it remains a mystery. The interior of the pyramid is just as fascinating as the exterior. Narrow passageways, hidden chambers, and intricate hieroglyphs tell stories of a civilization obsessed with the afterlife. The purpose of some of these chambers and the methods used to construct them are still subjects of intense debate among scholars. The pyramids continue to fascinate us. Every year, millions of tourists visit the Giza Plateau, drawn by the allure of these ancient monuments. The sight of the pyramids at sunset, casting long shadows across the desert, is a sight to behold. It is a reminder of the passage of time and the enduring legacy of the ancient Egyptians. They are a reminder of a lost civilization. The ruins of other ancient Egyptian buildings scattered around the Giza Plateau provide a glimpse into a world long gone. Temples, tombs, and statues, though weathered by time, still stand as a testament to the grandeur of ancient Egypt. They speak of a civilization that valued art, architecture, and the afterlife. They are also a source of endless wonder and speculation. Scholars and researchers continue to study the pyramids and the artifacts found within them. Each new discovery adds a piece to the puzzle but also raises new questions. The hieroglyphic inscriptions, though partially deciphered, still hold many secrets waiting to be uncovered. How did the Egyptians align the pyramids so precisely with the stars? The alignment of the pyramids with celestial bodies is one of the most intriguing aspects of their construction. Ancient Egyptian astronomers had a deep understanding of the night sky, and this knowledge was used to align the pyramids with the stars. The exact methods they used remain a topic of research and debate. How did they move such massive stones? The transportation of the massive stone blocks used in the construction of the pyramids is another enduring mystery. Various theories have been proposed, including the use of sledges, rollers, and even water lubrication. Ancient drawings and reenactments provide some clues, but the exact methods remain unknown. These are questions that continue to puzzle us today. Despite centuries of study and research, the Great Pyramid of Giza and its counterparts remain shrouded in mystery. Each new discovery brings us closer to understanding these ancient marvels, but also reminds us of how much we still have to learn. The enduring enigma of the pyramids ensures that they will continue to captivate and inspire future generations. Section 7. Life on the Nile. A glimpse into the past. The pyramids tell us a lot about the pharaohs and their power. But what about the everyday lives of ordinary Egyptians? What did they eat? What did they wear? What were their homes like? In the next part of our journey, we'll delve into the daily life of ancient Egyptians. We will explore their homes, their food, their clothing, and their inventions. We will learn about their beliefs, their gods, and their rituals. Get ready to step back in time and experience the wonders of ancient Egypt.